to Rebels Recap. I have a very special guest here from the Fresh Puda community. He slays, he lays, he loves everything about Star Wars. Bowser Bowserton. How you doing, man?
Hi, I'm good.
Dude, you ready to talk some Rebels?
Yeah.
Let's dive right into it. The first episode, it was another two-parter, which, let me get your take on this, Bowser. What do you think of the two-part episodes every Monday night?
I prefer it over waiting for the series, because it's kind of slow, I would say, when it's not two-parting.
Yeah, I agree.
And, yeah, I'm glad they're continuing on with it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff they have to shoehorn into, especially with The Last Jedi coming out. They want to get as much out before that movie comes out, I believe. That's what my reasoning is for the whole thing. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Bowser, let's give them a little synopsis for the first episode of Occupation.
Well, the Occupation is just, mainly Mon Mothma gives them the mission. They're like, okay, well, you gotta go back to Lothal. It's all messed up there. And because the Empire's just destroyed Lothal from what we can see.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're gonna find out why.
Yeah, I think, how do you think...
Ryder.
Yeah,
Ryder.
They're gonna help out Ryder. What do you think of, Thrawn?
The show really misuses him, in my opinion.
I can kind of agree with that.
But he's certainly entertaining to watch. Like, whenever they had the villain on, like, Thrawn, Vader, Maul, they're always super entertaining.
Yeah, yes they are. Well, now that they have released, kind of off topic, but kind of still on topic since Thrawn's part of Rebels, Timothy Zahn was quoted at New York Comic Con. They're releasing a second book for Thrawn, which is called Thrawn Alliances, and I guess this guy on my head, who is Darth Vader, will be in that book. So there's kind of speculation where Thrawn could make it out of Rebels. What do you think about that?
I want it to happen. I'm not sure of how likely it is, but it depends when the book takes place, I guess.
Yeah, I think it might have. I think it might happen in between a little bit of season 3 and season 4 of Rebels. I would say, because I think you're gonna see Vader in this in the second half of this season. Hopefully, if they were smart. Yeah. But overall, I liked the first parter. It kind of made Ezra seem more. He was having conflicts between himself in the last two episodes to either go with what Saw Gerrera was going to do or with Mon Mothma, and I think he made a firm stance that he was going to do what was best for the rebellion at the time. But now that he sees Lothal, I definitely do think he is kind of taking back what he is saying. What do you think?
Yeah, he right now he's just struggling to find something to fight for, which is Lothal at this moment. But Lothal is all messed up now after Imperial just totally invaded. And,
yeah.
So he's having trouble fighting for it when he can't really do anything.
Yeah, he's finding himself in a struggle, that's for sure. We get to see a little bit of romance between Hera and Kanan, which has kind of been they've always really been together. That's how I felt about it. It's like they met each other in A New Dawn, and in the book A New Dawn they really kind of had a relationship, but not physical relationship, I guess.
No, man. Those two stormtroopers, man, tag and pink, I'm telling you. Those two stormtroopers are so tag and pink.
Yes, they are. I agree. Yeah, I think that dynamic is going to go somewhere. I also think that Sabine and Ezra have always kind of had a spark, or is that just me?
I mean, they have. I just don't want Sabine and Ezra to be happy. I don't really like them.
Yeah.
I like Kanan and Hera. That's the difference between them.
Yeah, I agree. It was an alright. These episodes are alright, but I'm ready to get to the main Rebellion versus Empire stuff, kind of like what we saw in Rogue One, but weren't always in it.
I'm eager to see more Saw though. Saw was entertaining.
Yeah, I agree. I think well, he doesn't have his bionic leg and he doesn't have the respirator that he has in Rogue One yet. So maybe that's where we see Vader pop up.
Yeah, well, even if it's not Vader, it's still a great opportunity to show how he got like that, how he is in Rogue One.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So overall, this episode was all right. I mean, you saw Sabine and Ezra kind of do their little banter thing. You saw Zeb and Ryder do their thing, and it's kind of hard. Now the next episode we're gonna talk about is Flight of the Defender. I think this one was the better one out of the two. It starts off with Ezra and Sabine and Zeb and Ryder all stalking out this Imperial testing facility for the new TIE Defenders. And I guess these new TIE Defenders have a hyperdrive and a shield generator, if I am correct in thinking that.
Yeah, well, we see how advanced they are, and the Empire, and especially Thrawn, is really confident in this new project. So. Well,
yeah, it's between him and the Death Star. That's what their decisions are, because Thrawn wants to have what's it called? A fleet, just a huge fleet to take care of any problems, whereas the Empire and Tarkin and Krennic want to use the Death Star to ultimately destroy everybody. So it's kind of like Thrawn against everybody else.
Yeah, but we see how well that Death Star works out for the Empire, though.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see how they're gonna tie up the TIE Defenders.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you don't really see any of them in the original trilogy, so it's kind of like, who knows?
It'd be interesting if they found their way into Battlefront 2, though.
Oh, yeah, well, they were in Battlefront, but they weren't playable vehicles. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But, getting back on track, so Sabine tries to sneak on board the Defender, while Ezra keeps watch, and then Thrawn ends up showing up with Governor Price, and they're kind of like, hey, this pilot, who is, what's his name? It's just a TIE pilot. He's got some. He was in one of the episodes in season 3, I believe, where Sabine decided to take over to infiltrate the Empire. I don't remember that guy's name, but he's the pilot. So he tries to get into the TIE Defender, and then all of a sudden Ezra's got to become a distraction, as always. What'd you think of that, Bowser? Kind of silly.
I thought the scene was entertaining. Ezra trying to distract them, and he just gets all of their attention.
Yeah.
The wrong way, but the TIE Defender is cool to see, and especially the prototype.
And it has a Navicomputer, which surprises Sabine, because usually ships of that size don't have a Navicomputer, a hyperdrive, or a shield generator in it. So it's kind of new technology from her standpoint, since she is a tech. She is a techie. Out of everybody, she is the tech out of the group.
Yeah, but no, the episode, I think, was better than the last episode.
Yeah.
For sure. And seeing Thrawn is really, really cool, seeing Thrawn again, but they still just need to give him more to do. He goes way too easy on the Rebels, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. But it might be the part of his plan, man. There's always a reason for something, according to him.
I guess.
But let's talk about the big Loth Wolf in the room. All the speculations that Loth Wolf that Ezra and Sabine stumble upon is the reincarnation of Ahsoka Tano. Bowser, I'll just let you tackle this one first, and then we will get my views on it.
I don't think it is, because Floey's already posted picture on Twitter saying of Ahsoka and the wolf saying, like, they're not the same character. Because that was speculated ever since the trailer, man.
Yeah, but I mean, our friend Katan on Fresh Poodoo, he runs the PSN community on PlayStation. If you guys aren't part of it, you should be. Its ears kind of look like Ahsoka's horns, but I'm with you, Bowser. It's not the same thing, and if it is, that's a crappy way to take Ahsoka's arc from being the fantastic character she was in in the Clone Wars to Rebels, and then have her become a wolf. Like, I don't understand that move if that is the move, but I don't think it is. So, I mean, it's nothing really that is that big, to be honest with you. I mean, the Loth Wolf are cool. They're cool creatures, I think. And, Dave Filoni's got this obsession with wolves, so you were going to see something like that sooner than later.
Well, if Ahsoka's associated to any animal, it's the owl. The owl.
Yes.
You see after Vader and her have their duel, and she walks inside the Sith temple.
Yeah. So, you think we're going to see her again? Well, obviously we're going to see her again in something.
I honestly don't think we will in Rebels, but I do think we will see her again as a character.
Oh, really? Like in what?
I don't know. Maybe another book, maybe comic. I don't know. I just don't see it happening in Rebels.
Here's my question to you: Do the way she gets her own standalone movie is the time period between when she leaves the Jedi Order to what happens in the Ahsoka book? Would you enjoy that as a movie?
Yes, I would, because that's still around Clone Wars era.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Because Ahsoka's a really, really good character. She's long overdue for a appearance in the movies as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I think she's a magnificent character, and I think that Star Wars fans would love to see Ashley Eckstein in live action in playing Ahsoka. I think she could do it.
Yeah, totally.
So, guys, I think that's going to be it for our Rebel recap. Bowser, where can the good people find you, sir?
On Fresh Poodoo Community PlayStation 4, man. We're always on. There's always somebody to play with in the community.
Yeah, I'm part of the community, and I've been called the Hype Boy, so that's my job, being the Hype Boy. You guys can follow me at Lord Vader 2123. Be on the lookout for Vader's Fist. I think Bowser is going to stay on, and we're going to talk about Battlefront 2 news. The new Vader comic, which I have right here in my hand. It is very, very good. I love the way this arc is going. We're going to talk some Legends versus Canon, which is usually George and I's thing, but since obviously Darth Poulos isn't here, Bowser's going to do his best to fill in. But on that note, may the Force be with you guys. Like, subscribe, share. There you go.
Yeah, see ya.